Today we're going to talk about the 5 reasons why people quit jobs or salespeople quit. My name is Michael Baraya. I was able to build a team of 150 plus sales guys, and oh my God, we had a lot of people that quit. We had a lot of people that made money. It's part of the process. Now we have a call center that's growing. We have an investment company for multifamily growing. We also have a consulting company that helps people build sales teams and train your sales guys. So we have a lot of things cooking. So why do people quit? Right? Like, why do people quit in life? People quit. People quit everything. And by the way, quitting is not a bad thing, but in certain places it may be bad, right? But the reason why, these are like my top 5 reasons why most people quit, and you've probably done these, you probably quit because of these reasons as well, but the 5 biggest reasons that I see most salespeople quit is because there's no clear vision of where they're going. And when the vision shall perish, people perish, man. When the vision is not there, people perish, right? You gotta have a vision, a clear vision of why you're doing what you're doing. You gotta know why you are doing what you are doing. If you do not know why you are doing what you're doing, it's never gonna happen, right? Because when you get punched in the face, the only reason why you get up is because your wife is behind you, your kids are behind you. That's the only reason why you want to get up. Otherwise, you're like, fucking kill me, right? Because you have a reason to get up for someone, for your life, to fight. So if there's no clear vision, people are gonna quit. Number 2, if they don't believe in the product or service, right? If you don't believe in the product or service, you're gonna quit yourself. Think about it. People quit because they don't believe the product is actually doing what it's supposed to do. So what happens is this. You come to a company, you join the business, it's an amazing product, right? But every product has a negative side to it. Every service has a negative side to it. Not everything is perfect, right? So they go out there to the marketplace, and let's say, for example, you're selling T-Mobile. Let's say you're selling T-Mobile cell phone services, right? You're going to hear so much negativity about people that have T-Mobile. Oh, it doesn't work, the service sucks, customer service, so many issues. And you're hearing that. And it's chipping away from your confidence, right? And that's what happens to most salespeople. They hear the complaints of existing customers and it chips them away. So their confidence in the product goes from 100% to 70%, then to 50%. And now when they want to talk to a customer that has AT&T as an example, they don't have the oomph to sell them, right? Because most customers that have the service always have something negative to say. And all the customers that don't have it, they're kind of afraid of switching from where they're at. Right? Because they'll shit about AT&T, but they won't really tell you that up front unless you ask the right questions, right? So it's very important to understand that most people quit sales because they don't believe in the product or the service they're selling. And that's a big place. Listen, if you don't believe in the product or service, that person is toast. Number 3, people quit because they don't believe in their leader. People quit because they don't believe in their leader. When you don't believe in your leader, right, it's game over. Leadership, everything rises and falls on leadership. So if you're building a sales team or you're building any kind of team, you want to make sure that you become a great leader, because otherwise people are not going to stick around. And people will quit when leadership is not there. People are looking and are hungry for leadership. So if you're not a good leader, if there's not enough good leaders in the room, guess what happens? Salespeople quit. Number 4, sometimes the reward isn't worth the risk. Like right now, if I told you right now, invest $100,000, but you have a potential of losing it all, but you have a potential of making $10,000. Would you make that investment? Probably not, right? Because like, damn, to spend $100,000 and to only make $1,000 or $10,000 bucks, I was like, I don't really know if I'm willing to do that, right? But if I told you to invest $1,000, you might make $100,000, right? But you might lose $1,000. That may be something you might do because the reward is greater than risk. So a lot of times in sales, people, they don't see the reward, the risk of not making money, the risk of getting beat up, the risk of not getting the results they want is greater than the reward they actually can get or actually can see, right? So it's very important to have a reward system to inspire people, or find a way to reward yourself. Like as a salesperson, for me, the reason why I didn't quit is I wanted to learn. For me, the learning was so much more powerful than the money, and by default, I made the money. But the reward was so great, the learning, the experience. I'm like, I'm never going to get this kind of experience ever again. So that's why I stuck around. And last but not least, they see rejection in the wrong light. Salespeople quit because they see rejection in the wrong light. It's very hard for a lot of guys and girls to pick up another, well, mainly for guys, to pick up chicks because they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of talking to someone and having someone say no. And if you're afraid of getting rejection, you will never be where you need to be. You gotta be comfortable enough to get rejected in the process of winning. It's part of the game. It's part of the process. It is normal to get rejected. As a matter of fact, you should be excited about rejection because you need to understand it the right way. And we can do another video on top of that, right, on the topic of rejection. But when people go through rejection and no, it deteriorates their outer layer armor, and then eventually they give up and they quit. So my opinion is this: figure out a way to have these 5 things locked and taken care of for your sales guys. If you have a sales team, or if you're a sales guy yourself, find a way to have a vision. Find a way to believe more in the service and product. Talk to customers that have good experiences. Don't talk to customers that have negative experience. Call a couple of customers every single day that are happy with what you've sold them. Remind yourself, look at the reviews, take a video of the happy customer so you can remind yourself, right? Believe in your leader, or find someone, become that leader. I didn't have a leader when I was starting out. I became the leader, right? So don't make the excuse of I don't have a leader. Become the leader, and figure out a way to create a reward that's greater than the risk, and learn how to deal with rejection. I promise you, you won't quit, and you won't see a lot of people quit around you. So my name is Michael Barayev. If you're enjoying this kind of content, do me a favor, subscribe and share this with someone, and we'll see you guys in the next video.